Get ready to match the stars. Orson Bean, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, from Bonnie Jones, Lee Meriwether, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg, as we play the star-studded big money match game 77. And now, here's the star of match game 77, Green River.
How are you, my dear? Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
Seemed like yesterday.
It was yesterday.
What a lousy day.
Yes, it was.
And you know what a lousy day yesterday was.
Listen, will you make up your mind? Sometimes you come here, your hair is short. Sometimes you come here, your hair is long.
Yes.
How come?
Because I never make up my mind.
Oh, okay.
He's got an earring.
He's got?
An earring.
He's wearing an earring?
Well,
Holy goodness.
Isn't it shocking, Charles?
Well, sure.
I mean, he's wearing an earring. I think it's very handsome.
Well, okay. Blackbeard the pirate used to wear an earring. No one ever called him a sissy. Called Blackbeard a sissy, make you walk the plank.
That's right. Okay,
Julian
I ain't
Elgin.
calling you no sissy. If I call you a sissy, what are you going to make me do?
I'm going to make you walk the plank.
Okay. Let's say hello to Stan Little and Odette Johnson over here. Applause, applause, applause. Howdy, Stan. We're good. Stan's the current champ. He has a great deal of money credited to his account, specifically $5,600. That's a bicentennial tie, huh?
Yeah, but I was told I could wear it in 77, too.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of these. That's very handsome. I haven't seen it. It's a 1976 bicentennial tie with little flags on it and all that. Here is Odette Johnson, who had her first round question. What was that? Someone in pain already? We haven't even started the show yet. And Odette is wearing an orchid. Is there any special reason for that, Odette?
Certainly is. My mother gave it to me for Mother's Day. And it's still alive, so I thought I'd wear it for good luck.
Yes.
Right.
Well, you know, with the magic of tape, Mother's Day was 6 months ago. So now you've let the secret out. Now everybody knows when this show was taped. Anyway. All right, good luck to both of our players. We'll start this game in a moment or so, but first this for you. Now we will finish round one here with a question for Stan Little. Remember, round one questions are a little tougher than round two, and this one goes like this. Fred said, "My parents didn't like me. When I was a baby, instead of baby powder, my mother used blank powder." My parents didn't like me. When I was a baby, instead of baby powder, my mother used blank powder.
Be very careful with Fannie today because she only had time to put in one contact, so she can only see out of half of her face.
Just look at it.
I can't see at all out of this eye. Do I get disability?
I can't even tell you're wearing contact. Can you tell she's wearing contact lenses?
Let me look. No, it doesn't look like that to me.
You're not even looking at her.
Where is she then?
She's sitting here to your left there.
I'm right here, Richard.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, hon.
Stan, are you ready? Here it is. Fred said, "My parents didn't like me when I was a baby powder. When I was I'm entitled to a mistake. Or two or three. When I was a baby, instead of baby powder, my mother used blank powder.
Gun powder.
Gunpowder. I hadn't realized there's some funny implications to that answer, Stan. Mother used gunpowder on him and blew up his blank.
Yes.
Darling.
Well, I didn't think that she despised the child.
Right.
I thought she just didn't like him, so she put itching powder on.
Oh!
That's mean, too.
Oh, yeah. That would be a terrible thing to do to a child. What'd you say?
I was sitting over here racking my brain trying to think of something clever and wonderful and marvelous, and I came up with gun.
Gunpowder! Okay, that's what... Listen, something in sterling silver would be a little more appropriate, but that's not bad.
All us guys with earrings chose itching.
I see. Won't you be surprised, Charles, if this pretty feminine lady, Lee Meriwether, chooses itching? Because she ain't no guy. What have you got?
Thank heavens, because I tore up my original, which was roach, and said gunpowder.
Gunpowder. Okay, two for you. My parents didn't like me. When I was a baby, instead of baby powder, my mother used blank powder. He said gunpowder.
Gunpowder. Baby's complexion was shot to hell.
Yeah, right.
Not to mention,
I told you not to mention.
Oh, not to mention. I told you not to mention it. I ain't going to mention it. What are you going to mention?
I say, with apologies to Merle Norman, gun.
Gun. Who's Merle Norman? Who's Merle Norman?
Well, Merle's not with us anymore, but she made the makeup that my mother wears.
I tell you, I am surrounded by weirdos there. Now, we go to round two. Odette, you may have A or B.
Well, I think I'll try B this time. A wasn't so good last
didn't
time.
do any good at all, did it?
No.
And he did remarkably well with his first round question. That's most
So
unusual to
he
get
did.
4 in the first one. Now, let's see. Mildred said, my husband reminds me of Italy. And that's because his blank looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Blank look like?
His
Yes,
blank.
dear.
My husband reminds me of Italy, and that's because his blank looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
What time of day is it? It doesn't say.
No, it doesn't. I don't know how big a shadow was cast by his blank.
Do you think that Fannie's inability to see has affected her mind? What was that story?
I don't know. I think she's flipping out.
Yes, that's
Yes.
true.
Nurse! Wait, is the nurse around? Yes, she'll be around. We'll keep the nurse handy for you.
I hope so.
I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
Barbara, what did you put?
Oh, really?
Each his own.
Charles, put something on that card and let's
You-
get on with it.
My gosh, if I married Orson, I'd be Fannie Bean. Wouldn't that Fannie Bean. Mrs. Fannie Bean. I like
If
it.
Kitty Carlisle were married to Conway Twitty, her name would be Kitty Twitty. As the song goes. Remember that song?
What?
There was a whole song about that. If Kitty Carlisle were married to Conway Twitty, her name would be Kitty Twitty, and then it goes on and on, mentions all kinds of people. Are you
Very
ready?
interesting.
We're just vamping till ready here. There. Mildred said, my husband reminds me of Italy, and that's because his blank looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
The only thing I can think of that would be hanging over would be his stomach.
His stomach. I think your orchid just died. Poor lady. Couldn't think of anything but stomach.
No, and I couldn't think of anything but nose.
Nose is a good one. Yeah.
But I thought,
Big nose, leaning nose.
just, sort of leaning, it just leans a little bit like that. So I said, it's just a little neck.
His neck. A leaning neck. Now you must match everybody
That's a
else to
wonderful
stay
answer.
in the game.
That is a wonderful answer. You're going to have to think about it.
Chuck?
Chuck chose backbone. Junior.
Backbone. So that means Stan wins the game. What do the rest of you have? Nose. Nose, nose, nose. Nose, nose, nose. Nose, have it. Everybody else have nose. You know where to go? Right over there, sir. Get back to you in a moment or so. Shake this lady's hand. Wish her well. Many gifts will be coming your way. Odette, thank you for being with us here on Match Game 77. Goodbye. While we're spinning her off, we'll spin a little message for you, and you hurry back and see how old Stan Little does. Stan Little knows how this goes because he's been here before, so we'll get right to it, Stan, and see how much more money you will win. You could go over $10,000 here if you get real lucky. Let's begin. We polled a studio audience not too long ago, and we got their best response to this. The president's blank. Now, the answer that studio audience submitted most frequently will net you $500 if you match it. And for matching their second most popular answer, you get $250, and then $100 comes to you for matching the third. And 3 of these 6 gifted people will help you now.
Must call on Fannie first.
Gosh, that's a hard one, isn't it? There's so many things. I told my mother to stay home. I'm going to say something, and I'll tell you why I'm going to say it, because the first thing that came to my mind was President's Men, all the President's Men.
Okay.
Because of that book.
All right, Stan, you've got one.
Richard?
The President's Lady.
The President's Lady.
Yes. Woman who lives in Torrance is a
Right. Yeah, right. Oh, so now you got two. You got all the President's Men, and you got all the President's Lady.
And I want to try Orson.
I want to try Orson, too, especially since you've been wearing the earrings.
I took you dancing the other night. You always want to lead. To hell with that.
Mrs. Jean Bean.
Mrs. Jean
right.
Bean, yes.
What about that? There was a movie called The President's Analyst.
The President's Analyst.
A little-known movie, I can tell by the tone. James
Right.
Coburn, a very good one.
Now,
too.
think it over, Stan. You have an option here. You can give us an answer of your own, unrelated to the three you've just heard, or choose one of those three. What would you like to do? The President's Analyst, the President's Lady, and all the President's Men. You want one of those, or have you got one of your own?
Oh, I'll stick with Fannie and all the President's Men.
Okay. Audience seems to agree with you, Stan. We'll find out if you and they are right. Let's begin down at the bottom and find out if all the President's Men is up there. Would you please slide it? The President's Wife. That was
That's
close to
not my
Richard's.
answer.
No,
No.
no.
It's a
Oh, the
different
lady
president.
is different. I see. Oh,
I know things that I'm not revealing. That is not my answer.
Okay. Got the point there. Now, let's see if we've got all the President's Men under the $250 number. The President's Cabinet. Not a bad answer. Had some good people in here that day. Now let's see what we've got under the $500 number. Yeah! Very good. Good judgment there, pal. How was she?
That's better than $500.
Yes, last time we played, Fannie got the big one for him, and he didn't kiss her.
He
So
didn't
I
kiss her.
thought if I gave, you know,
Yes,
and
of
it worked
course.
like a charm.
Worked, yeah.
Yeah.
Aroused his libido immediately.
Oh, good mother.
Now listen, Stan. Not that fast, I see. You've got an additional $500. You're over $6,000 now, and you're going to play for 10 times that amount, or $5,000. And remember, we are delighted to give you the money if you'll match one celebrity.
Must be Richard.
Must be Richard. You've abandoned Fannie.
For the $5,000, I must go with Richard.
Okay. You know what he's telling you, Fannie.
Well, no, it worked the last time. You see,
It did work
Fannie-
the last time.
Fannie won the big thing, and we won the money together.
Oh,
I get
that's
to help
right.
him spend it.
All right, good luck to you, Stan Little. Here it is. Blank act. A-C-T. Blank act. Blank act. Now, Stan, he's finished. Give us an answer that matches his. We give you the money. $5,000. Blank act.
It's very difficult. I'm going to say first.
First act. Not bad. I can see the audience is having a little trouble with it, too. You don't know what to say either, do you? No, they're all shaking their heads negatively. It is a tough one. Richard, what have you got?
I thought about reading the Riot Act.
The Riot Act, yeah. What else is there?
Second act, third
Second
act,
act, third act, and fourth act.
Unnatural act.
Yes, of course. Now, you're going to
Man
meet
act.
another player now, Stan, so let's bring that person on. Here comes Julie Kahn. You know Julie Kahn, don't you? Now, let's find out who Julie Kahn is and where she's from and anything else she cares to contribute.
All right, I'm a junior at UCLA, and I'm majoring in interpersonal communication. And I was a former competition ice skater, and now I practice yoga, play tennis, and swim.
And do you no longer...
No longer ice skate, no.
Why not?
Well, there are many other things I wanted to
I
search
see.
into.
Yes. And you go to UCLA?
Right. #1 school.
Well, I don't know about
Well,
that.
in my eyes.
It's an excellent school. I
It's a
live
very
near
good
there.
school.
One of the most
That's
beautiful
right.
campuses I've ever
I
seen.
was there yesterday, and
I
it was
was
great.
there on Friday, and that raises a lot of money for needy
Oh, is the
children.
Mardi Gras on now there?
It's over now.
Oh, it's over now, yeah.
Because this is,
I missed it.
yeah, it's like Mother's Day, James.
Yes, of course. Julie, we wish you the best of luck. We'll start this game right after we do a little business with a man, so don't go away. Come right back. All right, Julie, if you're ready, we wish you the best of luck. Wish both of you the best of luck, and here we go. A or B, my dear?
I'll take A.
A it is. Once a year,
Wow.
horrible Hannah takes a bath. She gets so dirty that instead of soap, she has to use blank.
Horrible Hannah says so.
Once a year. Takes a bath once a year. In the meantime, she gets so dirty, she has to use blank. Did you hear all of that, Julie?
Heard all of it.
All right, I'll get an answer from you in a moment as soon as Brett is finished. Now she's ready. Once a year, Julie, horrible Hannah takes a bath. She gets so dirty that instead of soap, she has to use...
Spot remover?
What?
Spot remover?
Spot remover.
Yeah, you know.
Spot remover.
Well,
Charming answer. Not worthy of a college student, but charming. Hello?
Charles is mumbling foul epithets over there.
He certainly is.
Unbefitting his station.
Yes.
Horrible Hannah got so dirty that she has to use sandpaper.
Sandpaper is a good answer. A lot of good responses here.
Horrible Hannah gets so dirty, she has to use 1 ton of Brillo pads with a putty knife.
1 ton of Brillo pads. A potty knife.
With a putty knife.
Oh,
I would think that
what
was
is
Tell them
that?
what you said about the tape.
Now, wait a minute.
I ice skate through it.
Charles.
I was a figure championship younger days, but I had to give it up for 2 reasons.
What was one? It's my story. You just lay out, will you? When I'm talking to him, shut up and
Give
you'll
it to me again.
Yes. For 2 reasons you gave it up. What was one of them?
1, I lost my hair, and 2, I couldn't fit in the pants anymore. Pillow pants.
Brillo pad. Yes. Yes. I'll tell you, I'll lay out from now on.
You should have let me straight
And
for
then
you. Would have been better.
Sorry I asked.
You would have
Hello,
been
Lee.
part of it.
Once a year.
He was doing figure eights and screwed himself into the ice. It was a terrible thing.
Once a year, horrible Hannah takes a bath, and she gets so dirty that instead of soap, she has to use...
Lysol.
Lysol. Lysol. That would hurt, I think,
Yes,
a little
I
bit.
think so.
Smart.
Especially...
If it ran.
I don't have that answer that Julie gave us, but I thought it was a good answer.
Spot remover is a good answer. If you've got a dirty spot. Yes.
Okay, you can
You can remove
Well, it would be
spots
something
with
like
Lysol,
Energy
wouldn't
or
it?
any
Isn't
one
that
of those.
out damn spot. I
Yes.
did say, however, sandpaper.
Sandpaper.
Yes, having a cruel streak in me.
Abraded off.
ready to... You know, the reason I thought of this first time I ever saw Brett, when I was 10. I
Yeah.
was watching, remember Death Valley Days?
Yes.
She had the lead, and she was terrific, and that's what made me think of
20 meal team Another cleansing agent. Okay, Stan, here we go with yours. You ready for it?
Right on.
This is it.
Death Valley Day.
Jolly Green Giant said, my wife won't let me go to New York anymore. Because after my last trip, she looked through my suitcase and found the Statue of Liberty's blank.
What was
Jolly Green Giant said, my wife won't let me go to New York anymore because after my last trip, she looked in my suitcase and found the Statue of Liberty's blank. There you go. It's an easy one. Jolly Green Giant, remember. Found the Statue of Liberty's blank.
Yes, dear, I understand that, sweetheart.
Well, there's nothing to it.
But I'm doing it.
Oh, terrific. Hello, Stan. Jolly Green Giant said, my wife won't let me go to New York anymore because after my last trip, she looked through my suitcase and found the Statue of Liberty's...
Torch.
Torch. All right. That's okay. Anything belonging to the Statue of Liberty is all right.
I had something kinkier in mind. The Statue of Liberty's bra.
Yeah, it's a very good one. That's better. Better than an old torch.
She's liberated the Statue of Liberty. She doesn't wear a bra anymore,
Oh.
but she still has a little torch.
Oh, so there's one for him.
Her metal salt corroded chastity belt.
I see. Took it right off, eh? Well, she's out there in the salt water. Lee?
I'm so glad that I can join Orson. Bra.
Bruh. All right, I'm glad you can join him, too.
Yes.
And you?
Certainly an uplifting answer. I said dress.
Statue of Liberty's dress.
Yeah, if you're
Found
gonna
it in the suitcase.
take that.
All right, and you?
Torch.
Torch. There's another one. There you go. 2-0 the score, and now we've got this for you. Join us next time for Match Game 77. Gene Reverend here. Goodbye.